Hi Gemini, welcome to your July 2023 energy reading. My name is Kimberly from the Path Illuminated. If you are returning, welcome back and thank you so much for your support. If you are new here, welcome. This is still a relatively new channel and I'm looking forward to providing more readings with you all. As I'm recording, it is June 28th. We are in Cancer season. In the Northern Hemisphere, it's summertime. So I hope Cancer season is treating you well, Gemini. We do have a super full moon in Capricorn coming up on Monday, July 3rd. Apparently it's considered a super full moon because of its proximity to the Earth, so it will be very close. I'm excited to announce that my website is live as of today. I will post that link below. I am taking new clients and open for personal readings. I have a few different options available on my site. I have a few options for pre-recorded readings, or you can schedule a live oracle reading with me if you would like. As I always like to say, Gemini, you are the main authority in your life and you know what is best for you. So always trust your intuition above everything else. This is a general reading for the Gemini collective. So the messages may resonate, they may not. If they do, please give me a like and subscribe. If the messages don't resonate, this just may not be your reading. Remember that you have free will. So if something comes out in the reading that you don't like, Gemini, understand you can change your perspective, you can change your approach, and you can change how you deal with people, right? Without further ado, let's get started. I will start with 5 cards for the overall energy for July. Then I'll pull some clarifying cards, and then we will close it out with an oracle card from the Soft Cosmic Concepts Oracle deck. It's like a mouthful every time I say it, but I love this deck. Oh, got 3 right off the bat. Thank you, angels, spirits, and guides. Please help me to give a clear and accurate reading for the Gemini collective for the month of July. What messages do you have for Gemini for July? Angels, spirits, and guides. Okay. All right, let's pull some clarifiers as I sit with these cards. Why is the King of Wands in reverse here, Spirit? Why is the King of Wands in reverse? Okay. Why is the 3 of Cups here, Spirit? Why is the Wheel of Fortune here, Spirit? Why is the 5 of Swords here? It's too many cards. Why is the 5 of Swords here, Spirit? And why is the Page of Wands here? Okay. So we start off this reading for July, Gemini, with the King of Wands in reverse. So there may be a bit of an imbalance with regard to how you are responding to the things that you feel passionate about. So when it's upright, this is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, fire energy, right? And the King of Wands is very attractive, very abundant, knows who they are. There is no gender in tarot, so I'm just going to read the cards, but you put yourself where you go. But this doesn't mean that this King of Wands has to be a male, if you catch my drift. It's an energy, it's not a gender. So King of Wands is, very powerful, very intuitive. I don't know that folks give fire energy the, what's the word I'm looking for? Credit it deserves for being highly intuitive. It's just more of a impulsive, like very quick, fiery energy versus water. So I'm a Pisces sun and rising with an Aries moon. And I think that fire signs and water signs are the most intuitive in my personal opinion, but it manifests very, very differently. Fire is very much in your face, surface, like combustible, and water is a much deeper, darker energy, so it just manifests differently. But the King of Wands is in reverse, so this can talk about being out of balance with regard to being impulsive, being arrogant. And something that I feel called to bring up is that there's a difference between arrogance and confidence. Confidence is when you truly know who you are and you're grounded in that. And it's not being too high on your horse. This is just like, look, this is who I am. I know the good, the bad, and the ugly, and I'm confident in that, and nothing that anybody does or says can make me feel less about myself. Arrogance is kind of like the fake it till you make it situation, in that, like, it's a persona, it's a facade, it's a mask. It's pretending that you're confident when actually you're very insecure. So there may be some imbalance in your energy in the month of July, Gemini. I don't know if there's like people you're trying to impress, or, you've just been very like impulsive with your decisions. You've been being a bit of a playboy, and kind of just like out there doing your thing without any real regard for how it might make you look. But this is an imbalance in your energy. So it's something to consider. I think especially with a lot of these retrogrades that are happening right now. Saturn, Pluto, Neptune are in retrograde. So is Uranus. And I think Venus is going to be going into retrograde at some point, but I'm not sure when, even though technically I thought I wrote it down. Anyways, doesn't matter. I mean, it does, but you know what I'm saying. Not right now. So I think, that the universe is calling you during the month of July, Gemini, to be honest with yourself about your impulsivity, about being arrogant, about being imbalanced, and maybe being a bit of an ass to people in your life because you want to come across a certain way and it's not very authentic. I'm just the messenger. The universe is asking you to make a judgment call about how you are approaching life and other individuals in your life. And I see the King of Cups, which is upright, which I love to see. I think in July, you are going to have an opportunity, Gemini, to come into emotional balance and to reconnect with your heart. And I think that this is a very different energy than this King of Wands and reverse energy. This is not an energy I'm super stoked with, but this is. So I think coming out of June and into early July, this is the energy that you're in. I think you're feeling insecure. And because of that, you've been lashing out with how you've been presenting yourself. You've kind of been in a really impulsive, playboy energy, and not really caring how you poke people, how you trigger them, because you just kind of have been giving into what your wand wants. Wink, wink. So the universe is asking you to take some time to sit in judgment of your activities and to understand that you have an opportunity to come into balance, to emotional balance, but only if you want to, right? Like I said at the top of the reading, this is free will, right? These are insights, observations, suggestions, but you don't have to take them, Gemini. You can do whatever you want. July is definitely going to be a time of you connecting with friends, going out, partying, having a good time. That makes sense, especially if you're in the Northern Hemisphere where it's summer. But I think you got to be a little bit careful about who you're surrounding yourself with, Gemini. I see the Magician in reverse here. So when it's upright, this is all about like being in your authority, having everything you need, and manifesting the life of your dreams, but it's in reverse. So there's going to be some blockages that you're dealing with, Gemini. And I think that this has to do with this King of Wands in reverse energy, that you haven't really been necessarily moving through life in a very aligned, authentic way. I don't know what you've been going through, and it's not about judgment. This is, I'm just the messenger, and the judgment card is here, but I'm not one to judge, right, Gemini? Like, you have to judge yourself, right? If you want to be a King of Cups, which is, a strong, masculine, grounded energy that is emotionally available, balanced, and secure, you're going to have to take stock of how you've been showing up in the world. And you're also going to have to take stock about who you've been spending your time with, right? Because if you are engaging with individuals that encourage poor behavior, right? And if you are giving more authority and consideration to these friends in your circle than you are to your own intuition, of course it's going to be blocked. Regardless, right, the Wheel of Fortune is turning. It can turn in your favor. It's upright, right? You have an opportunity to turn things around for yourself during the month of July. But again, Gemini, you have free will. The Wheel of Fortune is clarified by Strength and the King of Swords in reverse. So you may not feel like you have the strength and the wherewithal to do the things that you want to do. Right? If this was upright, this would be a completely different situation. So while the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor, this is how you can block your own blessings, Gemini, basically, is giving in to a victim story of like, well, I've been through this, that, and the other thing, and I'll just say we've all been through shit, okay? And we can all make excuses to continue giving into unbalanced, arrogant behavior. King of Swords in reverse, that's air energy. So that can be you, Gemini. This is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, but it's in reverse. So this is like feeling weak, feeling like you can't control yourself, having trouble with your boundaries, not being very clear in your communication, can be a tendency to be manipulative in your communication. And then the next card makes a lot of sense to me, the Five of Swords, because this is all about winning at all costs. You're going to have to make a judgment about what matters to you, right? And I think it's interesting that this Five of Swords, there's three individuals in this card, as there is in the Three of Cups. And as I was picking up intuitively, Gemini, that there may be some people that you're hanging out with, some people in your circle that are encouraging your poor behavior, that are not actually a good influence on you and are actually shutting you off from trusting yourself and your own intuitive guidance. And the wheel is turning, and the universe is giving you an opportunity to identify how you're blocking yourself and being your own worst enemy. And you are probably going to have to make a judgment call in that sense that people who are not for your highest good need to be cut off. It's going to be conflict. It's going to be difficult conversations, and there's most definitely going to be hurt feelings. And I think that that's going to be difficult for you, Gemini, to cut these people off, because a lot of times, Gemini, we unfortunately are put into situations where people we love and care about, for whatever reason, maybe at one point we were aligned with them, they are no longer a positive influence, and they're taking you away from what it is that you say that you want. Now, again, you can do whatever you want. You have free will. But what I see is during the month of July, you're going to start to come to this place of seeing how your decisions and the people that you're surrounding yourself with are blocking you. And there's going to be some conflict with those individuals where you're going to have to cut them off, and there's going to be some hurt feelings, and you're going to feel kind of crappy about it, Gemini. You're a very social sign. You love people, you love hanging out with them, you love to have a good time, but there does come a point in everyone's life where they have to decide what is more important, being popular and liked, or being able to respect yourself and being able to sleep at night by knowing that you are doing what's right, not only by other people, but by yourself, right? Like, you have to do right by you. And so I do think that you're going to have to cut these people off, and it's going to be very emotional and challenging for you, but that is what's going to help you to find this new path forward. Page of Wands is all about a passionate new beginning. And it's clarified by the Ace of Pentacles and Temperance. So this is going to be a very grounded opportunity for you to move forward. It's going to take some patience. It's going to take balance. It's going to take you pouring into your own cup, right? Leaning on spirit, making that judgment call, taking stock of how you have been out of balance and how others who you've allowed to influence you have blocked you from yourself, and how your own victim mentality and your own excuses, I want to avoid conflict, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. So then you stay in these situations with these friends and these people that actually don't have your best interest at heart and are taking you away from what you say that you want. And the universe is going to force you during the month of July, Gemini, to make a decision. Are you going to choose everybody else? Or are you going to choose yourself? What do you want? Do you want to be in this King of Wands reverse energy? Or do you want to be this King of Cups who's emotionally stable and grounded and knows who the F he is and is connected to his intuition and trusts the path that the universe has laid before him? I'm going to pull a few additional cards just to see if we can get some deeper insights before we close out the reading. Spirit, can you give me 3 additional cards for Gemini for July? What additional insights do you have? Can I get 2 more cards, please, Spirit? One more card, Spirit. Yep. Yeah, there's definitely going to be an argument. There's going to be a fight. These are people that you've known. These are people you love and care about, but they do not have your best interests at heart. And you are going to have to step up to the plate. You're going to have to step into this King of Swords energy. This is air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is, again, strong masculine energy, not afraid to have boundaries, not afraid to cut people off, not afraid to say what needs to be said. And that, making that decision to cut these people off, to identify how they are blocking. Now, right, I just need to be really clear. Other people cannot do anything to you unless you allow them to. And you have been allowing poor actors and people who don't have your best interest at heart to influence you in a very negative way. And they are blocking you from your own blessings, and you know that. And the universe is telling you that as much as you may want to avoid conflict, if you avoid doing what you need to do, if you avoid cutting these people off, if you avoid having those difficult conversations and saying, like, this is the line and I can't do this anymore. My priority is not to go out and party and get blackout drunk and be an idiot. I actually want to be a grounded, stable person. I want to be connected to my intuition. I have bigger goals in mind for the future. I'm not a kid anymore. I can't continue to just hang out with y'all and do these stupid things because that's what we've always done since we were kids. It's time to grow the F up. if you can find the strength to do that, Gemini, which I know it's not going to be easy for you, even though the universe is providing you what you need to do that, it's going to bring you stability in all areas of your life. Because when you cut out people who are no longer aligned with you and you cut out relationships and connections that are not aligned, what does it bring? It brings in relationships that are stable and are going to provide you with the emotional stability that you need in your life. All right, Gemini, so I'm going to leave it there, but I am going to close it out with a card or two from the Soft Cosmic Concepts Oracle deck. Seriously, saying that is really difficult. All right, Spirit, can I get a card to close out this reading for Gemini? Thanks for being here. Please like and subscribe if this reading resonated. Again, like I said, I am taking personal readings now. I will post the link below somewhere. One card, please, Spirit, to close out this reading for the Gemini Collective. I just felt the call to tell you, Gemini, that the people who really love you and are meant to be in your life are always going to respect your decisions. They're always going to respect you when you decide that a certain path is the right path for you. They're not going to guilt trip you or try to peer pressure you into doing things that you don't want to do. That's part of maturing. People who want to guilt trip you into going out all night and partying all night and doing stupid things to prove that you're cool, it's child's play. It's time to grow up. That's what I'm seeing here. It's time to grow up, Gemini. Play. All right, I got the book here. Give yourself permission to have fun. Raise your vibration by simply experiencing the joys of life. Inquiry: what activities bring me joy? If you pulled this card, you are being reminded to get out and do something that you genuinely enjoy. We often get caught up in our work and responsibilities or become obsessed with reaching for whatever is waiting for us at the end of our career, project, etc. But what if we reach the end and don't feel any different? Don't have any regrets because you are all about work and no play. This is a reminder to have fun along the way and revel in the experiences that fill your heart with joy. These are the things that make you feel alive. So it's about balance, right? I'm definitely going to title this, It's Time to Grow Up. But part of growing up is learning the balance between responsibility and play. Play is not just about going out, getting blackout drunk and being reckless, okay? There are other ways to have fun that we learn as we grow, mature, and grow up, right? Like back in the day, I thought going out and getting blackout drunk was how you had fun. That's not how I have fun anymore. I might go to a concert, a festival, a good dinner, a movie, whatever, right? Hiking, traveling. But for me, as I've grown and matured, Gemini, my play has changed and it's become an avenue for inspiration in my life versus regret. And I think that that's what this is calling for, is to change your perspective on what it means to be mature, what it means to play, and what it means to have fun. Because if those things are causing you to be imbalanced and destructive of the good things in your life that you want to manifest, Gemini, that's not actually positive, right? And there is a balance that you can find between your responsibilities and having a good time, and it doesn't have to be detrimental to you or to your life. I hope these messages resonated, Gemini, and I will see you next time. Bye.